Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Enzo, Lotus. Yeah, you're right. Technically not a vlog again today. You're always on it, Enzo. Technically not a vlog. So today we're talking about July 4th fireworks and and all the problems that they can bring. So, do fireworks make you anxious? Sometimes. Yeah, the big ones. Yeah. How about you, Lotus? Now, don't fib. Yeah, everything makes him anxious. So, if you are not familiar with our channel, we have 2 German Shepherds. Lotus especially is anxious of fireworks. Enzo, like, the occasional firework goes off, he doesn't love it, and he'd prefer it didn't. But, you know, the occasional firework going off here and there, it may make him startle for a second, but ultimately, he's like, all right, fine. However, July 4th, that's a bit much. When it just keeps going on and on again, it's kind of like thunderstorms with him. You know, the occasional thunder here and there is fine. Constant. Gonna get him. Get them shadows. Oh my goodness. I know, it's just so popping hot. So, I want to keep this short and concise. You know, a lot of our videos we might do during vlogs and such, but you know, if you're dealing with this issue and you're looking it up on July 4th or July 3rd, or, you know, if you're like me, July 4th, halfway through the day, you know, I want to get as much of the information to you as quickly as possible so that you can help your pup. So, these are some things that we've tried and we've learned. You know, there's no, like, silver bullet. I mean, I guess you could leave the country for several days. Other than that, really not much you can do. You have to understand, Lotus's is really bad. A lot of this is geared more towards what we do with Lotus than Enzo. Because like I said, you know, even July 4th, while not great, prior to Lotus, July 4th, we really could just hang out, like, in the basement and watch some TV until the fireworks stopped, and he'd be fine. Really, we could just hang out in the house and watch TV, and he'd be fine. Now, we wouldn't want to, like, necessarily be outside while they're going on. He wouldn't be okay with that. Depending on your pup and their different levels, how far you have to go with some of these. But first and foremost is prescriptions. Now, both in my personal life, with myself, and with the pups, I'm not big on trying to take prescriptions or medications of any kind if you don't have to. This is one of those situations, though, where somebody like Lotus, currently he is on trazodone just in general, although that's being switched. We'll talk about that in an upcoming vlog. Even if your pup isn't on anything, you can call your vet and they can usually prescribe you something just for like those one-off events. I don't like this stuff necessarily for storms. Even as strong as Lotus's anxiety is, I don't generally do this with upcoming thunderstorms because no matter how bad a storm is coming, a moment's notice it could just dissipate, and I don't want him to be like all drugged up on something really high. Well, that I didn't mean high, like I meant like high dose. Anyway. However, July 4th, you know that's coming, unless it's raining, and even then, but like you know the fireworks are coming, so that is one option. A related option is like the more natural options. So we use a thing called Rescue Remedy. We've tried many things, many natural things like chews. We've tried CBD, various kinds of CBD, all these different things that many of you subscribers have suggested to us, and Rescue Remedy is the first one that works for Lotus. That is not to say it's the best one. Your pup may respond better or worse to others, but it is something that you can get usually over the counter, or well, no, like definitely over the counter. But you can usually get same day, just, you know, Google shop around. I know you can order it online. By the way, Rescue Remedy and everything else, I'll link below. If this is July 4th and you're watching this, generally Walmart will have it. That's the only store that I know, like brick and mortar. So like if you're watching this on July 4th and you're like, what can I do today? It's a very specific one. So even if you're gonna buy it locally, you know, you can still check out the Amazon link. I link everything through Amazon, it's just easier. But you wanna make sure you get the one that's for dogs, basically is what I'm saying. Aside from Rescue Remedy, there's other things. You know, we used to use some other, like, natural chews and different things, and we had some decent success. A lot of those things can be bought locally at just like PetSmart or any pet store, and you might get lucky on some other ones that I don't even know about, or Rescue Remedy or whatever. Again, not saying that one's the best one. That's just, for whatever reason, the one that Lotus has responded to the best. It's 90 pupping degrees. Let's go rustling around. Well, at least you are in the shade. Wow, it is much cooler in the shade, even versus the pergola, I must say. All right, additionally to any type of medication, whether it's prescription or natural, you can do things like Thunder Buddy or Thunder Jackets, or basically it's like vests that pressurize and go around them. There's different toys that like simulate heartbeats. There's things they can wear on their head. There's all these weird, not weird, but like there's all these things that you can use. We've tried many of them. You know, I think it's one of those things that in conjunction, oh, good boy, go poopy. In conjunction with other things might be helpful. But again, I'll list some of the ones we've tried below and some of the ones we haven't. For us, none of these products by themselves worked, but I think in conjunction with others, or like I said, if maybe your pup is just a little anxious, it might help. Oh man, see that Amazon van? What we're gonna do with him? Let's talk environment. And no, I don't mean like the outdoors. I mean the environment of July 4th. What I would suggest, the most isolated room in your house, so whether that's the basement or some room in the middle, whatever. Perhaps some calming music. Probably avoid like the Metallica type stuff. Nothing against Metallica, just, you know, not exactly the most relaxing music. I can link a YouTube video with some calming music that I play for Lotus sometimes, but generally like your classical type. A lot of times we'll watch movies. Be mindful, obviously don't put on a movie with, I don't know, like The Perfect Storm comes to mind. Like probably not the best movie to play. That being said, sometimes like I find like action-ish movies can be better. Because there's a lot of random noises and stuff, and you know, gunshots and all, just loud noises that don't necessarily bother him and kind of mask the outside noises to where like he's like, was that was just the TV. I'll just tell myself that was the TV so I don't have to start panicking. Now, something that may seem obvious, but so we don't want to be left alone. No. The only thing more frightening than fireworks is fireworks alone. This is not the night to go out and party. Now, if you have to work, I understand. People work in hospitals and public services and stuff. Like, there's a lot of jobs out there that make people work at night. This is a great time to pick out that family member or friend that pup gets along with really well. You know, you want it to be somebody that they're comfortable with, and have them stay preferably at your house, you know, where the pup's comfortable. But regardless, you know, at least stay with somebody they know. Pass these tips along to them. Obviously, you don't want them to be left alone. In fact, we are going to leave our house for a few hours on July 4th. It's going to be way earlier in the day. But just because I know how July 4th is, I wasn't willing to commit to these plans until I was sure they were going to have somebody to be with them. I just know the odds are just so strong that people might set stuff off during the day. All I need is some random neighbor to start setting off a fireworks display in the middle of the afternoon, and they're in there panicking. There's plenty of times where we've left and thunderstorms roll through unexpectedly. You do what you can. Do my best. I can't always prevent him being alone during a storm or something, but I can prevent him being alone on July 4th. I know that's coming up. It comes up every year. Sometimes it's before, but almost always after July 3rd. I thought that was funny. This is definitely one of those times where you want to be able to comfort them. Long, smooth, pressurized, you know, put a little pressure on. Yeah, I know you like this right now, but generally that's not it. Lotus actually likes his head being rubbed sometimes. We'll let him get up like on the couch next to us, and he'll kind of just like lean behind us or something. We'll put a little pressure, almost kind of like a hug. I will sometimes put my arm around him, but a lot of times he'll try to like wedge behind me, and it's like, that's fine. I'll just kind of lean back a little bit. That's where things like those thunder shirts and stuff kind of get the principle. You know, they like that pressure. So I often tell Nisha, like, one of these days I might pick one up again and try it in conjunction with some other stuff. But that's essentially the idea. The other thing to try to do is, if possible, you know, try to get them to lay down. If they're sitting next to you, you know, you don't want to force them, but, you know, just kind of gently, a little bit of pressure, just kind of be like, hey, lay down. Oh, lay down? Oh, that's a good boy. Oh, you can do it too? Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, that's good too. You can get him to do that. But honestly, like, just like this, a lot of times when he's anxious, he'll lay like this. And then, you know, I can kind of keep a little pressure on him, kind of encourage him to stay down. Now, if he fights, you know, I'm not going to hold him down. The last part of this kind of section is you yourself need to be calm. This is a great time to not be like going around doing chores around the house. Down, relax, watch some TV, listen to some soothing music. Boy's getting so puppin' hot, right? Yeah. You want to go inside for a minute, cool off? Let's go get a little cool down, get some water. Oh my goodness, that darn heat. Yeah. Keep in mind that it is going to be, you know, peak summer right now, but wear them out. This would be a great day to do an early morning hike, hit the park up early, maybe get the swimming pool out. Also, if you're the type that does like a late evening or early evening walk, get the walk in sooner, get them exercise sooner and more that day. It'd be a great day because, you know, the more tired they are, the more likely they might just sleep through part of it or some of it. Get those walks in sooner. Hopefully they can get their bathroom breaks. I know one mistake we made last year with Lotus is he needed to go out for the last of the night and not really thinking about it for 4th of July. We went out there and like the fireworks had already kind of started. We did go out early, but like not early enough. It was crazy. Like I had to end up finally putting him in the car and driving him somewhere weird to where he just felt compelled and considered moving their meal schedule up. If you're watching this with enough time, maybe start doing this a couple of days beforehand, kind of get them on that cycle. This is not the day to be behind. This is not the day to be feeding meals late. This is not the day to be, oh, I'll take them out after dinner, you know, instead. Like, no, get all this stuff done as soon as possible. Now, depending on the severity, you might be able to get away with some distractions, soothing music, we might have TV on. It's a great day to run the AC, some white noise, save your laundry for that day, the dishwasher, you know, run as much stuff as possible, keep as much white noise as possible. If they've got a particular toy or like antlers or peanut butter, whatever, you know, I wouldn't go too crazy on like peanut butter, but like maybe like a bone of some sort, something that they really love that'll keep them occupied for a while. It may not help. With Lotus, it wouldn't help at all. With Enzo, it might, because this is a little bit more mild. Lotus, once he hears them, it's... In fact, one time I was trying to give him like a supplement, like a calming pill. This is when we use those, and it's like I'm like wrapping this thing in peanut butter and everything, like can't get him to take it. So probably won't help, but you could always give it a shot. You got any cat tips for fireworks? Yeah, I bet. Just don't have a pup. Do you give her a kiss? Ralli acts all tough, but, you know, she's still a little softy. Now, we do have crates for our pups, and while they do like them, when Lotus is kind of in that meltdown, I've tried the crate. For some reason, he doesn't really like it. Enzo, if I carried his up, he'd be much more inclined to get on it during a storm. Lotus, he really just wants to be next to you. I mean, yeah, if I get in there, he's like, okay, I will get in here, but he's like, probably be more comfortable on the couch. Or in that safety corner, yeah. But if your pup likes it, you could definitely try moving him, you know, move it to a different room, move it to your bedroom, the closet, whatever. All right, some final tips. First and foremost, obviously if you're looking this up on July 4th, you're limited on your time, but in the future years, you know, definitely plan ahead. Plan to have prescriptions, plan to be home, plan to have rescue remedy or something like that, or a thunder jacket, whatever it might be. Anything you can to think of. I mean, you know, that's the type of stuff we're doing today. Like today we went to the vet, we've got a new prescription, which is just mostly in general for his anxiety. Definitely wanted to get him before July 4th, so hopefully we can see some benefits there. Made sure we have plenty of rescue remedy in the house right now for July 4th weekend coming out. Lastly, this isn't as much of a concern for me, but it's something I wanted to throw in. July 4th weekend, fireworks, let's be honest, they can come off anytime during that time. You know how it is. Middle of the day, it doesn't matter how early you take that walk, something could get set off, some random M80 by a kid or whatever. So make sure you have a good grip on their leash. Also, make sure they have good tags on. Lotus listens very well, but he goes into panic mode and he just wants to get home, wherever home is. If your pup's like that and they just want to run away, but they don't know where home is or they don't recall perfectly and somebody finds them, you want to make sure, you know, so have a good tag, maybe have a light up tag, whatever, you know, make it very obvious, make sure your phone number's current, your cell phone, all that stuff, their address. But ideally, you know, have a good grip on the leash, maybe even consider having 2 leashes on or having it strapped twice on 2 different collars or a vest or something. So there's some things you do for like backup leashes and different things. So just keep all that stuff in mind. Please be safe. If you have any further questions, you can comment below. I'd be happy to help you out in any way that I can. Otherwise, appreciate you guys as always, and we will see you on the next one. Pup that 4th of July fireworks. Don't need them fireworks. Don't need them. Later all.